Hey guys, great to see you. If you watched my last video, you'll know that we compared the 2 pedal and 2 amp setup to the 4 pedal and 1 amp setup for Royal Blood Effects, and in the 4 pedal and 1 amp setup we used the JOYO California Sound pedal. Now at the end of the video I came to the conclusion that although it's a great cheap little pedal, there's a little bit of room for improvement. So I did my research and it led me to this, which is the SansAmp GT2. Now this is a similar pedal. It's an amp simulator and it can simulate the Mesa Boogie amp like the California Sound can. This one also has a slider to take you from a Mesa Boogie amp to a Marshall amp to a Fender amp, so you've got a bit more flexibility there. You've got road dials here for volume, high and low, and a drive setting. That's very useful for us. And then there's a mod switch which has it on clean, high gain, or they call it hot wired. I'm not a guitar amp expert, so I assume that means ultra distorted. And then we can change where we simulate the mic placement on the speaker cabinet. So how does it sound? Let's go find out. Alright, so here's the setup. Now it's different to what you might have seen me use before because I've put it on a pedal board. This is still the 4 pedals and 1 amp setup, and we have the line selector here, and then just ignore this section because that goes from the output into this octave and the chorus, so that's just for me when I'm messing about with it. What I've done is I've recorded on my loop pedal the chorus riff, turn that off then. Chorus riff from Little Monster. So I can leave that playing and then fiddle with the settings and you can see what it does. Okay, so this is how I normally set it up. So I've got the POG with the octave up, and then I also blend in a bit of dry and sub octave just to beef the signal up. I'm going to leave the tuner on so we're just hearing this without the added bass channel in, by the way. And then in the SansAmp, I put the drive on max. I'm putting it on the California amp setting, so the Mesa Boogie. I'm putting the high EQ right up and rolling back the low because the bass channel will take care of the low signal for us. And with it going through a bass amp, it's going to have a naturally lower kind of sound to it anyway. The level you set whatever you want, but this is in a room, so I'm not having it too loud. And then I've got it on high gain at the minute, and the mic position is center. And just have a listen to how that sounds. So yeah, that's with the bass, and then kick this on. And then if I kick the tuner, okay, so what does that sound like with some different settings? If we switch that to the Marshall, so the British setting, it's a bit more high focused and a bit more twangy, so probably have to roll back some of the high. If we set that flat, these provide a great response range, so I was a bit sceptical of it having 2 knobs there to start with rather than like some mid response as well, but these are quite good. And of course I want lots of high in because the bass takes care of the low. Okay, so if you move that to the tweed, make that a bit louder. And this is all on the high gain setting, so there's loads of combinations you can do. If you have that on clean. We've actually just got a kind of amp simulator there without any overdrive. So turn that back. The ones we're interested, I guess, are California. And knowing you'll probably want to hear it with the hot wired setting, so let's just put the high back up right now. not that much difference. Just a little bit more high distortion in there. So back to where we were. What does the mic position do? Well, this is in center at the minute, so if we switch it to classic, sounds a bit more retro, a bit more lo-fi. And if we put it to off axis, it's got a bit more bass to it. And of course the beauty of this is that you don't need the POG. If you wanted a decent bass distortion, you could use this with the bass still on without the POG. Alright guys, as always, I hope you found that useful. I really like this little pedal, and I'm going to put it through its paces and do a cover of Royal Blood's Little Monster. But I'm going to do it as a comparison video, but I want you to decide whether I compare it to the 2 pedal and 2 amp setup or to the 4 pedal 1 amp setup with the JOYO California Sound pedal. So just leave a comment below and I'll get right on with that. Apart from that, I've done a collaboration video with my guitarist Joe, who saw my Muse medley video. Now, if you haven't seen mine, click here to see it. But yeah, basically he just said, I want to play guitar over the top of that. So we took out the Royal Blood effects, and it's just me on bass and him on guitar, and we stuck that on our collaboration YouTube channel, and you can see that here. Alright, but yeah, come on, back to me again. But if you want to see this Little Monster cover, then just subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below saying which comparison you want me to do, and take it easy. I'll see you next time.